I'm out in Fowlerville, Michigan, near the future home of a massive data center that's set to be built on some farmland just outside of town. And well, neighbors here are pissed off. Mainly because these types of facilities tend to suck down a lot of electricity and water, but that's only half the story. The other half is why so many Michigan farmers are suddenly selling off their land in the first place, and how President Donald Trump's trade war is pushing them toward more deals like this.
Most people tell me we did very well.
This is So What Michigan, where we connect the dots between what's happening in DC, what's happening on your electricity bill, and what's happening to the land beneath our feet. Here's the deal. Michigan's agricultural exports are getting hammered. Wheat shipments are down almost 90% this year. Soybean meal exports are down nearly half. Apples, cherries also way down, especially as other countries slap retaliatory tariffs on U.S. crops as a result of Trump's trade war. State officials say foreign buyers now see the U.S. and Michigan as unreliable. And once they switch to buying their products from other countries, it can be hard to win that business back.
We were able to make phenomenal deals. If we didn't have the tariffs, we wouldn't have been able to do that.
At the same time, the dirt under our fields has never been more valuable to everyone except the people farming it. Michigan farmland values jumped nearly 8% in the last year, one of the fastest increases in the country. And that's not because corn and beans are suddenly paying better, but because developers and the big tech firms behind data centers are offering jaw-dropping prices to pave it over. A megasite in Genesee County, a proposed data center in Augusta Township, another one in Kalkaska County. Again and again, it's farmland that's getting carved up. Some parcels are going for $15,000 to $30,000 an acre. And if your export markets have crashed and someone shows up with that kind of check, it's hard to say no. Sometimes it's not even a choice. And the rush isn't slowing down. In Saline Township, a $7 billion AI data center is planned on what used to be farmland. DTE cut a secretive deal to feed it 1.4 gigawatts of electricity, the equivalent of about 1 million homes. Now, DTE wants state regulators to approve that contract with limited public scrutiny. Attorney General Dana Nessel and consumer advocates are warning that this rush job could set the precedent for every other data center that wants to plug into Michigan's grid. Tech companies have already approached at least 10 communities across the state to host data centers. And if state regulators rubber stamp one giant deal on farmland, it gets a lot easier to do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. So what? Well, when Trump's trade war wipes out your export markets and big tech is dangling life-changing money for your acreage, Michigan's family farms get squeezed from both sides. And every time a field flips into a data center, it locks in years of huge power demand, raises hard questions about water use, environmental impacts, noise, and grid capacity. Plus, it changes the character of rural communities that never really got a say in the deal. So if you care about who owns Michigan's land, who profits from it, and who's left holding the bag on higher utility bills and fewer farms, know that this isn't just a local zoning squabble. It's the front line of a much bigger fight over our future. Hit follow. I'll keep tracking how Trump's trade policies and big tech's data center boom are reshaping Michigan, field by field.